You're then, ladies and gents, how is it going? It's trail ride time, baby. Back on the beta, back on the beta, oh yes. It's the first lane of the day. I'm just out playing by myself, and yeah, life's better on a beta, oh yes. It's certainly a lot lighter doing it on this than it is on the old Aprilia. Not that I dislike that, I love that very much. I've not really got much expectations of what today's going to bring for us, other than the fact that we might have a few turnarounds and stuff like that, just because of the storms. Yes, I'm just scoping out, seeing what's open, what's not. Yes, all open as far as legal goes, but it's whether it's open as far as trees falling goes, because a lot of wind, the big storms we've had recently. Oh, not that you need to know it, but I've got pins and needles in my cock. Oh, shake it out, baby, shake it out.
Keep that bar rubber side down.
Yeah, always get them on this, always get it on this. Oh, it's horrible. I don't recommend that to my friends. Oh. So I'm not sure when this video will go up exactly. There is often a little bit of time travel in my videos. I do try and keep them all reasonably current though, because I don't like watching older videos unless there's a reason for it. I mean, like big trip videos, they tend to always come up with a little bit of time delay, don't they? But just daily vlog type things like this, they should kind of come up reasonably close to the event. So I'll try and do that for you. So no, it is winter and it is cold, but I'm trying another pair of gloves. I've actually owned a pair of these before, in fact 2 pairs, but both times I got the sizing wrong, and stupidly I waited too long to think about returning them. So I finally got myself a pair that actually fits, which is mad. These are a large pair, and normally in the same manufacturer's gloves I am a small. So yes, right, what are we doing here? So yeah, these 5 gloves, it's a brand that I've got several of their pairs. I've got some track day gloves or road racing gloves, whatever. I've got some regular waterproofy winter gloves, and I've also got my heated gloves, which are like the upgraded versions of the winter gloves. And I think the brand's grand, I really do. They don't sponsor me, I don't get discounts on their stuff or anything like that. Yeah, I don't get any discounts or anything through them, but I do, I wear the kit that I like, and that means that I don't have to say things about kit that I don't like, just because they've given me something, because I'd not wear it if I didn't like it, you know. Obviously I'd love it if I've sponsored me and gave me loads of free stuff, but I've pretty much got the whole range of gloves now. So what are they going to do? But these ones, they're sort of they're enduro gloves, but waterproof, so it means they've got loads of feel, and they're also waterproof as well, which is handy this time of year. But the downside to them is they're a bit thinner than wintry gloves, so they're not as warm, but they are insulated still, so they are warmer than regular motocross or enduro gloves. So they're kind of a best of both worlds for me, or a compromise that's enough of a fix. And yeah, I'm really pleased with them. This bike is so much fun to ride. It's so light, so nimble. It's an absolute delight to take down the green lanes, and so I knew this would happen. I'd get it back on the road, or road legal rather, after a big old layoff where I'm thinking about selling it because I wasn't using it. Yeah, I'll get it all back up on the road again with the intention of selling it possibly at the end of the season or something like that. And I'm just loving riding it again. I'm absolutely loving riding it again. I might not ride it very well, I might not deserve an enduro bike because my ability is not worthy, but it is such an enjoyable bike to ride, it really is. Now, I'm not quite sure what to expect along this lane. I've been warned that this is suffering with a little bit of debris from the storms, so hopefully it'll all be passable. what they were saying was that a lot of logs and stuff have rolled into the central rut, which means it can be possibly a little bit tricky to navigate, but we're all good so far. All good so far. Apparently it's passable on a skinny bike, but whether it's easy or not is a different thing altogether. Just got to remember that it's not a race, eh? Just got to remember that it's not a race. I'm not here to go fast, I'm here to just enjoy being outdoors. That's a new tree down, I think. So watch your heads coming through here. It's warming me up, but it's not warming my fingertips up. Downside to enduro gloves. I'm not selling them very well, am I? Okay, now, so we've got a little bit more trickery. Just ollies. We've got some slugs down over here, and they're big ones. Let's see what they're like. Okay, this one seems easy enough to get around. Let's just no bother there. You've got to watch out for little bits sticking out. I mean, it's like that one there's got quite a sharp bit there. If that catches in your spokes, you could lose a spoke or two. But no issues on the skinny bike. I've really struggled this week to motivate myself to get out of bed. I always do this time of year. I hate winter, and even with the prospect of getting out on this dirty bike, the motivation to leave my bed has been very low. Quite glad that I did kick myself in the backside and make it happen today. I wanted to go out yesterday, but I ended up actually doing some repair work to this bike. I'd ordered some bits a little while ago, and just not had a chance to fit them. So now I've got to go over the bars there, mate. So now I've got a working speedo, which is good. That was just a case of replacing the cable for that. It got damaged, and I also replaced the fuel level sensor, but that leaked, so I've had to take it out and put the original one back in, which seems to be working, but it's intermittently working. Occasionally the fuel light will come on even though there's plenty of fuel, so I'm guessing I'm gonna have to get them to replace the one that they sent me rather than cancel the order, because I just want it to work. You know, on a bike with a small fuel tank, it's a pain not knowing how much fuel you've got left. £60-mile-an-hour road this. Well, I'm very much looking forward to getting to the top of this lane and getting a brew up at Newlands Corner. Warm myself up a little bit. My hands have come back to life now, and you'll also be very, very pleased to know that I now no longer have pins and needles in my testicles. But yeah, I'm looking forward to a brew. Might have a bit of cake too. Alright, let's go grab a brew. A brew, a do. You alright, guys?
I like that. What's the D is it?
390.
What brand?
It's a Beta. It's Italian.
I've not heard of it.
They're doing better than KTM.
Yeah, it's sad to hear about KTM.
Yeah, it is. It's terrible, especially as they've got the 390 Adventure R coming out next year. It's like, I really want that bike, so I hope that they carry on making motorcycles and sort their finances out. But how you guys doing?
Yeah, not too bad. We thought it was going to be drier today, but it's not.
No, it's winter, mate. It's UK. Alright, a nice natter with a couple of guys on some Hondas. One on a CBR 600 FY, which I used to own myself back in the day. And the other one was on the CBR 650. And yeah, nice guys. They seemed interested in the 390. It's always good to chat to people from different motorcycling backgrounds. I think they were reasonably new to bikes, but yeah, great bunch of lads. I never really pimp out my channel to people I meet up at these bike cafes and stuff like that, unless they ask about the camera and what have you. I was like, that's not why you chat to people, is it, up at these things? Oh, this is well slippery on these wet routes. So yeah, it was just nice to have a no agenda natter with some bikers. Definitely needed that cup of tea to warm up. My hands were getting a little bit chilly, or at least my fingers were. Oh, I do like clambering up these rooty bits. Squatty days like this, they're just perfect for playing dirty bikes. I understand why people don't want to get their road bikes all covered in all the winter grime and horribleness. I'm a bit less precious on them, but having looked after my V-Strom and XSR all summer trying to keep them clean, I very much feel sorry for the V-Strom now. It's been used in all the horribleness. It really does need a birthday, but every time I get to the jet wash it's closed at the moment. Must remember to clean the lens. Not that you can see much with the mist. Ooh. That dinged my nerve, that did. Front just went away from me a little bit back there. It's quite chewed up, this lane now. I don't know why it gets chewed. I guess it must be the rain runoff that comes down here, because it's a reasonable traction area generally, and it's not like you have to wheel spin through mud or anything like that to churn it up. So I'm guessing it must be just the weather that eats into this one. So yeah, today is a good day indeed. A day on the bike is a good day always. When it's pleasure ride, I guess. Anyway, I mean, if you need to get out on a bike and it's a grotty day, a lot less fun. But two wheels is good, baby. Two wheels is good. It's normally well slimy along this one. I always find there's more grip if you ride in the oh, here we go. Can we get through here? Looks like it. Bit slippery, but just take your time going through there and it will be dandy. Don't normally ride on this side of the trail going this direction. It feels all different. It's well slippery. I was about to say riding in the tracks is often the best way, but not necessarily so here. It's all doable, all doable. It's just slimy. Slime, slime, slime. Ah, here we go. What's this one like? So if we go for the deep one, or the bigger one, should be able to get through. Just going to shut my visor. Yep, no problem at all. Wow. Treads of my tyres are a bit goofed up, but we are through, happy and alive. Thanks Lavy and Ollie for that catchphrase. I feel so blessed living in this part of the world, of the UK. Not too bad though, not too bad. That's drained away quite nicely. It's only about a foot of water really, so that's not really an issue for anyone on big wheels. Although there's been a few tree branches and stuff down on the route today, there's not been anywhere near as much as I was expecting, and certainly after having had the heads up that one of the lanes was a bit overpopulated with branches fallen. Yeah, I thought this was going to be a little bit of a hit and miss where I might have to turn around on some of the trails, but so far nothing has been an issue, which is good news. Oh, this trail is always quite a splooshy one when it's been raining. I do love a good splooshy puddle. Whoosh. the way around this? It's either that way or that way. I think it's probably that way, but let's just take a quick look and check. Can probably get around there, but this looks like the way everyone else has gone. Yep, that's all easily doable. But yeah, a few extra trees down. They're all a bit rotten. I don't know how many of them are still really that healthy, the ones that are up. But there was a good bit of wind. Right, so I want to stay out a bit wide here. Imagine on a bigger bike that could be a bit tight, but doable. Oh, this is turning into a good day. All the trails I want to do have been open, which is good. I haven't recorded the whole ride just because some of it involved with the loop I've done being a figure of 8 or more of a figure of 8. I had to re-tread my ground on one of them, or a couple of them, so I didn't bother recording that, especially as the camera was having a little bit of a hissy fit earlier. Hopefully it will work all the way to the end of the ride. I remember coming down here with Noob Biker, who's another lovely chap. He's got a Himalayan, Royal Enfield Himalayan, and he come out on my local trails for a ride. I'm not sure if it was the beginning of this year or tail end of last year, can't remember. But we come down here and there was trees down, so we had to turn around. But hopefully today we'll be okay. Now, although this lane isn't as bad as it used to be, it is still wet chalk underneath these wet mushy leaves, so I'm going down at a snail's pace. It's one thing having an oopsie when you're out with a mate, but you want to try and avoid it when you're out by yourself. There is actually a good amount of grip here, but it is slightly off camber and it leads you into that rut, and yeah, it just I've got a bit of heebie-jeebies about wet chalk after that last time. Nice! I do like that little lane. I like them all. I'm not. Sploosh. There's a boat in there. I don't know if you can see it through the trees. Yeah, probably could have done with that over the last few weeks. Okay, well, all we've got left to do is go down this little hill and then maybe do the walk crossing at Pisley. So I guess that's it. I do hope you've enjoyed this little video, and if you haven't got to already, please do click that subscribe button. It'd be great to have you come back for some more. And if you did like the video, why not give it a big old thumbs up too? We definitely like that. But anyway, whatever. Yeah, drop down a comment below, and you guys say, take care, and we shall catch you in the next one. Bye for now.
And keep that rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that rubber side down.